I enjoy I enjoy coming on and chatting with you. Hello, good morning. My name is Sarah Torino of Whole Woman Wellness. A few things about logistics here. I'm live on Instagram and on Facebook, and in order for the quality of the sound to be there, I have to raise my phone up. And so if you notice that I'm looking up and down, I want to be inclusive to both audiences, and also I want you to know that that's why there's such a separation between the two. Yesterday, one of my best girlfriends gave me a call, and she was in the midst of a fairly aggressive panic attack. And she was feeling a great deal of anxiety and stress. And so we worked together to help her bring down her stress. In addition, we also have yesterday in the 10 Days of Joy this exploration around this idea that bouncing around, and the research bears out that when you feel stress and when you feel anxiety, your body kind of starts to collect it and it rises in your body. These stress hormones rise. And one of the best ways to address that feeling, for me it feels choky. I don't know how it feels for you. Let me know. I'd love to hear, because everybody feels stress and anxiety differently. One of the best ways to disperse those stress hormones is to bounce around. So dance, hard walk, jumping jacks are what I did yesterday. And what happens as a result of that is, if you've ever tried to do a meditation or if you've ever tried to do a yoga and you just feel squiggly and too wound up to settle down, it's a great way to quickly get rid of those stress hormones that have built up and kind of allow yourself to settle in. My invitation to you then is, if you feel squiggly right now and feel like you might have a hard time settling in, please bounce around, jump around, take a minute and get rid of the any stress that you may have before we begin. And once you have feel ready to do this, I invite you to get comfortable and in a way that makes sense for you. How would it feel for you to get comfortable? Is it best seated? Is it best lying down? Is it best in a chair? Is it best on the ground? Um, take a moment and attend to yourself and find a way to get most comfortable. And then start to notice all the things that are all around you to distract you, and give those things your full attention for a moment. Light on them with all of your senses. Notice what you see. Notice what you hear. Notice what you taste and smell and feel. Our senses take in thousands of bits of information all the time throughout a moment. And so it's interesting to start to invite turning down the volume on your senses. And then when you feel ready, take a full deep breath in, whatever deep is for you, and exhale. Notice if you want to breathe through your nose or your mouth. There's no wrong way to breathe. And start to notice the air coming in and out of your body. Notice if your breath is shallow or deep. Notice if your breath is cool or warm. Notice if it's jagged or smooth. Start to bring attention to your physical body, whether seated or reclined. Notice if there's any ways that you can move just to give yourself a little bit more ease. And bring your mind's eye to your right hand. And how does it feel to slowly squeeze your right hand with just the right amount of pressure? And then take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the squeeze of your hand. Notice the shadows of feeling in your right hand after you squeeze. And then bring your mind's eye to your left hand and try it on your own breath and in your own timing with your left hand. And then come back into consciously breathing, noticing your breath without force, just allowing your breath to breathe your body. Notice if there's any other spaces in your physical body that you want to bring in that tension and release. Maybe it would feel good to bring some tension into your shoulders and then exhale and release that tension out of your shoulders. As you breathe, start to notice your body kind of expanding and contracting on your breath. Sometimes it helps to put a hand on your belly to allow for a reminder to breathe with your diaphragm. And when you feel ready, take a full deep breath in, hold it a beat or two at the top, and sigh it out. If your mind wanders away while you are doing this guided meditation, you can take your fingers as they're gently lying on your belly and tap your fingers, and it helps to focus your attention, refocus your attention. Or if you're seated, fingertips on your thighs. Come back to your breath anytime you start to wander. Noticing as you settle, does your breath change? Be curious, stay curious about your breath as you practice. And in your mind's eye, start to form what a really happy memory is for you. What is a memory that brings you joy and pleasure and happiness? What would that look like? Which one is it? Is it a moment or is it a scene? And as you recollect this happy memory, start to hold it in your mind's eye. And start to notice details about this memory. Where are you? What do you hear? As we mentioned at the beginning, the senses are collecting bits of information all the time in all of your moments. So in this memory, what can you recollect that your senses brought in? What can you smell, see, feel? Fill in the memory with your senses. And as you rebuild the memory, Start to notice how it feels. And what word would you attach to the memory? And where do you feel this memory in your physical body? And what feeling do you feel? And can you hold on to that feeling? What color is that feeling? Is there a texture to that feeling? And then when you feel ready, release gently this memory, but hold on to that feeling consciously. Stay with this feeling. And gently start to come back into your space and into your physical body. Flash back to that memory that you built and recollected. Just a moment of recollection and then come back. Take a full deep breath in and sigh it out. Remembering that you have a lifetime of recollections that you can recreate and tap into, rebuild and feel now. Thank you for joining me on this meditation, and I wish you peace and love as you go about your day. Have a good one. See you.